Oh, I want it that way. All right, well, before I make myself sound really silly, I guess I can just put this on my stand. There we go. I will wait a few minutes. I know I'm early. I'd rather be early than late. So let's get this all set up so that I don't... There we go. But I don't want the orientation locked. All righty. I apologize about the shadows. I apparently can't have my door open with this. So here we are. It is, oh, and I've even got one person in here already. Wow. Hello. Does my screen look weird, or should I be turning my screen if somebody wants to? Oh, no, I don't have anybody in here. Fine. I will hang on for just a little while, and I will see what I can do about getting my screen back in here. Nope, it's not going to let me. All right, we'll get this figured out yet. There we go. Ha-ha. All right, apparently we have to go this way because it doesn't want to let me go the other way. Figures. That's okay. I got this. I got this. Okay, so today we are going to be making this beauty right here. Right here. This is something that I have actually made this one way back when. It is, I call it just a rose granny, I guess, but as you can see, it is incredibly 3D. In a blanket, when you intersperse this with just regular grannies and so on and so forth, yeah, it looks phenomenal. I used a larger yarn just so that we can see what we're actually doing, okay? And you can see that we've got all sorts of stuff going on back here where we're doing stuff in behind the scenes. And hello to whoever is here. I appreciate you. But as you can see, oh, and I've lost them. Okay, well, that's all right. That's all right. I wasn't going back live for another 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever. So that's okay. We'll talk about this. This is one that I actually used a smaller yarn for in shades of, it was called Buttercream. Oh my gosh, it just turned out so beautiful. And for some reason, I cannot find my pictures of it. So I shall find pictures. I was going to try to do this with my computer and everything, and it failed miserably. I don't know whether my computer is just getting old or whether my phone isn't working. I don't know, but my phone is working beautifully. This is set up. It's okay. So what we're going to need today is whatever yarn you like. Okay. So here we are. I've used just regular. It feels kind of like, again, I did not have sleeves on this yarn. It came to me in little itty bitty little balls like that one. Or like that one. That one is so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at all the little sparklies in there. Isn't that pretty? So I'm just trying to decide whether I want to use this one or this one for the rose we're about to make. But if it were me, I know it isn't, but if it were, oh wait, it is me. I can do whatever I want. I would use a smaller yarn for this portion of the square, and then use the regular size for the green portion of the square. And again, there are so many ways to make this. It's lovely. It's a lovely pattern, and it's all sorts of fun. And I'm hoping that this will all work out for me. Okay, so because I'm using the size that I am, I'm using my wonderful, gorgeous Symphony Wood size 5 hook. It is the only one I have yet so far. Oh, hello, 2 people. It's the only one I've got of this, but one of these days I'm going to splurge and I'm going to buy a whole set. So I have my, oh, I've lost 2 people. I have my coffee, I have my yarn, I have everything ready to go. So, good morning, my dear, oopsie, my dear hookers. I will do my best not to make a mess. For those of you who listen to me on a regular basis and go, oh, what notes are you talking about? I thought that I would take a second. This is my notes. My penmanship is awful on these notes because I'm normally doing them very quickly as I'm ripping apart stuff. So yes, this is exactly what you see. And sometimes when I go, what was that? It's because I don't actually, yeah, it is what it is. All right, so we are at, what are we at? We are exactly at 10:01. So I guess I will take a little drink of coffee. Excuse me as I swallow really loudly. Sorry about that, everybody. And we will get started. For anybody who does pop in or who watches this later, I'm going to be very, very brave and post it publicly. So I'm going to do this. I honestly am. So what we're going to do is now this particular pattern lends itself beautifully to have this being a different color. And then you can change color here and then obviously change color into the green. Because I ran out of this pink doing this little one. Hello, person. Because I've run out of this pink doing this one, I've had to choose a different color. So I really was just going to use this one. Bye-bye, person. That's okay. Stay longer next time, please. I was just going to do this one, and then I found this little piece of beautifulness that I thought would be really, really pretty in a blanket. So I think I'm going to change my mind and use this one. For those of you who wonder, what exactly my yarn stash looks like, oh my stars, oh my stars. I just got another bunch of yarn given to me by many different sources. Hello, person. Oh, hello, full sour power. Hello. Oh, and Maximus the Polaris Kid. Hello. I will now show this again. There we are. That is what we are making today. And I just thought that I would change colors because I ran out of the other color. So I'm going to be using this beautiful bit of sparkliness. As I was talking about my stash over there, I have about 16 boxes of stuff that I have picked up from a couple of different sources. Loving all my dragon heart, my yarn dragon heart is absolutely in love with the stash that I now have. So this is a Fentex yarn. I actually have the sleeve for it. It is a smaller, it does say 4.5 meter, 4.5 size hook, but I have decided that I'm going to use a 5 hook on this one. So here we are. We're going to get right into it. I know it's alive, and it's my life, so I guess I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. I'm just going to try to find an end to this messy, messy, messy ball. Guess I should have done that before, huh? I know there's an end in here somewhere. Let's just, there we go. Found an end. Yay! Alrighty. So now, hello to whoever is here. And if that's still Full Sour Power and Maximus the Polaris Kid, I appreciate you. To get started, I'm going to try to do this all in my screen so that I don't confuse anybody. To get started on this absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous little square, I actually have used this square a number of times, not just in that sweater that I made for my dear friend Linda. It was actually done in another one. I actually tried really, really hard, and it kind of worked for me. I tried using it in a hexagon square so that I could put it onto like little beehives and stuff like that, and it actually worked out really well. So I was kind of impressed. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is, as usual, we're going to do our slip knot. There is, and I've lost both of you. I'm sorry. Whoopsie. Let's try that again. I missed. And as usual, there are so many ways to do this. This is just the one I use. Okay. Because this is a granny square, again, I am not going to do the magic ring, but we certainly could. The magic ring isn't much different from the slip knot I use, but it's not as secure as using this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 chains. Hello to whoever is in here. And then I'm going to slip stitch back into, there we are, the very first chain that I made. and I've got myself a nice little hole there. Okay. Now, because we're going to be doing double crochets, we're going to do the twist, and we're going to stick our crochet hook back into that hole. And I've dropped it, but I can get it back. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. Our standing double is indeed made now. Okay, we're going to do 15 more double crochets into this little hole. It'll be all right, I promise. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as we go through all of these, I will tell you the ins and outs, because this little pattern that we're doing, I should probably leave it in. Oh, goodness, I almost lost my camera. You would all laugh very, very hard if you saw my setup. I swear to goodness. It is very, well, a lot of IT people would go, what are you thinking? But I like it and it works for me. So we're just doing all of these double crochets, it seems like an awful lot, into this little itty bitty circle. And as I said, the reason I did this one as a live is because there's a lot of dipsy doodles in this one, and I want to make sure that people can understand what I'm doing. So let's just count, because I've lost track. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 more, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so now I've lost everybody again. So because this is my second live only, I thought maybe even if I didn't have any viewers, I would just keep going. Oh, hello, whoever is back. I would just keep going, and then people can just rewatch it, because I am going to put this into my lives, I guess. I don't know how that works. So we've done 16 double crochets into a chain 4 ring. Okay. And I've got my door open because it is finally a glorious day. The smoke has gone down. It's not completely, I'm sorry, I cannot see what I'm doing. I've lost the other half. So, goodness gracious, where is it? There it is. Goodness, sometimes I'm half blind. So I need to get my hook into both sides of the V on my beginning initial standing double. And I'm just going to slip stitch. Okay, so our first round is completely done. These first couple of rounds are silly easy, so that's great. But we need to make sure that we're doing this all correctly. But the first few rounds are super easy. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do a double crochet in that very, very same stitch that we just slip stitched into. I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to skip. Okay, so there's where I did my first single crochet. I'm going to skip 1, and I'm going to single crochet into the next one. Okay, I'm going to chain 3 again. We're going to do this all the way around. I'm going to skip 1, and I'm going to single crochet into the next one. Okay, 3, and skip 1, and single crochet. 1, 2, 3. And like I said, we're doing this all the way around. These first couple of rounds are super easy, but they really do highlight what a 3-dimensional granny square is. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Let's get some more yarn out. And I'm going to skip 1 and go in here. And then 1, 2, 3. And skip 1, single crochet. And 1, 2, 3. Skip 1. Oh, and there we go. We're back at our beginning. We should have 8 now. So there's 1 that I'm doing here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Now I'm going to slip stitch back into that double or that first single crochet. Okay. Now, normally you would not see me doing this way, as you know, we always, hello, Sammy Sams. My daughter's dog decided to come in for a visit. Oh, and my Penny's back in too. Like I said, my door is open, so I may have a plethora of visitors. If if it gets too overwhelming, I will shut my door. It's all good. So now we are on round 1, 2, and now we are on 3. And here's where kind of things can go sideways. So we're going to chain 1 in this first chain 3 space. We're going to single crochet. Okay. Now into the next chain 3 space. So we're all done in this first one. Into the next one, we're going to go 1, double crochet 2, double crochet 3, double crochet 4, double crochet 5, and double crochet 6. There we go. All right, so there's our first petal made. And what you're going to notice is your petals are going to want to stand up. And as you can see here, that's exactly what we want it to do. We want it to look like a little rose. Okay, so it's good. We're doing well. So now we're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space. There we go. And now we're going to do 6 more double crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Are we doing well? I know there's nobody in here, but I know there's going to be others that watch down the road because they're going to see how pretty the rose is, and they're going to want to do it. And as you can see, it's really standing up here. Okay. And just to give you an idea of how long it takes to actually make one of these, I made this in about half an hour just before I went live because I wanted to make sure that my instructions were correct, and they are. All right, so now we need to do 6 more double crochets into the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All righty. Now, again, we are just, oh my goodness, there we go. I got lots. We're going to single crochet into the next. Oops. There we go. And then we're going to do our last petal because now we'll have 4 petals, and that's what we need to have for this first petal round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. Now we are just going to slip stitch into this first single crochet. All right, so you can see we got a little cup here going on. And as we look back at our first one, that's exactly what we want. Maybe that's just too distracting. I don't know. Okay, here we go. So now, here's where things get a bit dicey because now we're going to start overlapping our petal rounds. And so we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn it. Now around, if you can see, here is, here is my single crochet from round 2. We're going to go way down there and we're going to do a front post single or single crochet around the post of that crochet. Okay. And then we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello, whoever is here. Then, oh, and goodbye, whoever is here. Then we're going to single crochet around the next one. 1, 2, 3. We're going to single crochet around, oh, goodness. There we go. Around the next one. 1, 2, 3. We're going to single crochet around the next one. 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to keep doing that all the way around, okay? So to anybody who's watching this in the future, if you're at all confused by how this is done, just remember what we're doing is we're creating, okay, petal rounds with our chain 3 spaces, and then we're creating the petals on the next bit around where we switch again, okay? So we still got a couple to go. Let's get her done. 1, 2, 3. I'm coming to my next single crochet. 1, 1, 2, 3 chains. Next single crochet. And we're at our last one. So 1, 2, 3. We are going to find that very first single crochet that we did in this round, and we are going to slip stitch to it. Okay? There we are. Now we're going to flip it around again so that the right side is facing us. Okay? Chain 1. Now into this, sorry about this, there we go. Into this very first chain space, we're going to double crochet because we want our petals a little bit bigger than last time. Double crochet. Then we're going to do 5 treble crochets. All right, there we go. Hello to whoever is here again. 2, if you're just checking this out or if you're trying to catch up, we are making this beauty right here. Now, again, I used a little bit larger yarn on this one, so I know that it's, you know, it looks a bit wonky for an actual blanket. It's fine. I don't mind it, but it is a little bit larger yarn than I should have used. This stuff is a little bit thinner. It's still a nice solid size 4, but it's a little thinner. All right, so we got 2 trebles, and we need 3 more. 1, wrap your yarn twice, 2, and 3, giving us 5 trebles in that stitch. Now we have to finish it off with a double. Now in the next chain 3 space, again, we're going to do a single crochet. Into the next space, we're going to do a double, 5 trebles, and a double. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we are. Okay. And now we're going to do another double to finish this one off. Then we're going to, in that chain 3 space, we're going to do a single. All right. And now in our next chain 3 space, we're going to do a double. So we're going to do a double, and then again, 5 trebles. We're going to do this all the way around. Oopsie, chain yarn over twice. And then there's 2, 3. Oh my goodness, 4. There we go. 4 and 5. There we are. I really need to figure out how to use my computer with this, but it being so hot, I don't think you guys need to see me right now. I had a really quick shower this morning just because of the sheer level of the heat. I don't know how people down in the warmer areas of the world do it. This Canadian girl does not like a lot of heat. So I've done my double. Now I do 5 more trebles. 1, 2, 3, 4. One moment. Sam, come on, buddy. And 5. I have a feeling I've got a dog upstairs that's doing something he shouldn't oughta, but that's okay. I'm not too concerned. 5. Okay, there he comes. And and a double crochet to finish. Now that takes us back to our last one. Hello, whoever is here. And now I want to finish by slip stitching to that very first double. Oops. There we go. Alrighty. So now you can see we've got two really, really pretty flowery petals going on here. And we're doing like, this is just, I think this is so pretty. And I'm really glad I chose this yarn. Look at those lovely sparkles in there. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. So now, starting to feel lonely, people. I feel like I need to spice up my lives on a Monday morning. So we'll see what's going on. And we'll spice things up for the next time. I haven't got a clue how to do that, but we'll figure it out. Excuse me. Alrighty, so now we have to turn our work again. Excuse me. Because now we got to work on the backside and create more of those chain 3 spaces. So now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to find that single crochet from row 4, which is not here. It's actually down here. Okay, so we're going to go way down into row 4, and we're going to do a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to find the next, there we go, the next single crochet, and we're going to crochet around it. 1, 2, 3. The next single crochet, crochet around it. 1, 2, 3. The next single crochet, oopsie. The next single crochet and crochet around it. 1, 2, 3. Almost done this round already. These first rounds, while they are incredibly tricky, they are really super quick because they don't get any bigger. Okay, so we're almost done this round. 1, 2, 3. And there we are. Almost done. So yeah, so I figure I'm going to have to find a way to make everything a little spicier. People like spice in their life, so I'll have to figure out something. I'm just not sure what kind of spiciness to bring into my live streams. But I'll figure something out. I know I will. Maybe we can start doing a crochet along or something like that with some of my favorite. Oh, we're on the last one. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we can do, like I said, a crochet along. So I'm going to find my first single crochet, bloop, or we can start putting together some of these or what have you. Again, let me know in the comments below what you think. So now we are about to make our very, very, very last flower petal round. And this time we are not, okay, so I've flipped it back over so the front side is facing me. We are not going to be doing single crochets in between the petals. We are just going to be doing petals. Okay, so now I want to make, in this first one, I'm going to do my double. So, whoopsie, I lost my yarn. Oh, I have 2 people, yay. Oh, no, down to 1 again. And 1 standing double. Okay, then I want to do 5 trebles. 1, whoopsie, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oops, sorry everyone, or sorry whoever's in here. And then I'm going to do a double. But with this one, I'm now going to slip stitch in that same, okay? So basically what we've done is we've created that final row right here, okay, this one, that final row of petals. So we're going to be doing that 8 times. We're not going to be doing a single crochet in between, all right? So into our next one, we're going to do a double. 1, Then we're going to do 5 trebles. So here we are. I guess we can chat while I'm doing all of this. I'm thinking that somebody had asked me to do a granny. Oh, hello, Ms. Glow's Crochet Creations. Gloria J. Bowman. How are you? It's nice to see you. We are doing a rose petal granny square. I've made this one a few times, one for a sweater and one for a blanket, as I already said back at the beginning. And it looks so complex, but it's really not. And Ms. Glow Crochet Creations, I'm sure that you already know this, but that's okay. So we're on the last round of the flower petals. And while I'm here, oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you. I wanted to actually mention that crochet, oopsie, I lost my stitch. Crochet has become mainstream now. I don't know how many of you have noticed, but oh, for heaven's sakes. Of course, our Jason Momoa, our Aquaman himself, he has love making flowers. I know, right? I do too. These actually are wonderful appliques for hats. They are wonderful for just putting on a corner of a baby blanket that, as long as you're doing it tight and snug, babies can now pull on this. It's wonderful. I've made a few of them where I've had these little appliques in at the corner of a baby blanket, and littles have loved it. Don't forget your stitch to finish the petal. And again, we're coming into the next one and doing again a double crochet, 5 trebles and a double and a slip stitch. But anyway, the other place that I've noticed, I have to admit, I'm guilty as charged. I'm a Big Brother junkie. And I don't know if YouTube's going to allow me to say this or not, but I am. I'm a Big Brother junkie. Yeah. And anyway, oops, I need to. T-Core, I've got her name written down here, and I think that's how you say it, is T-Core. She is a crochet making cast member of Big Brother. And some of the stuff that they showed at the beginning of the show was amazing, absolutely amazing. And so you did. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Watching her, prance around in her crochet creations, I am just tickled pink, absolutely tickled pink. It is just fantastic. She does, doesn't she? Some of the outfits that she's made, I've come close to, she had a skirt on, and I actually made a skirt for somebody that doubled as a poncho. Oops, and a slip stitch, not a single. There we go. And I just thought that that was the coolest thing ever. So in our next one, again, another petal. We're almost done this, I promise. And I have to admit, watching her on Big Brother was just exciting as all get out. There was another girl on Big Brother in the States. Yes, it was Big Brother the American version. And she wore a white crochet dress that I have made a similar top to, but I hadn't added the bottom to it. Somebody just wanted a top. So hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one more. And it was really neat. And so, of course, I was gushing all over the place. My poor husband, he thought I was absolutely cracked. And a double, don't forget your slip stitch into the same thing and on to our next one. And I have to admit, it was pretty cool. And with crochet really becoming something that's fashionable now, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's very cool. And so, yeah. So anyway, I just thought I'd mention Miss T-Core, who makes amazing fashions. I don't know if I'm allowed to, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I'm allowed to, mention her in my comments or not, or in my setup or not, but I'm going to. I have decided. Oops. There we go. I almost lost it. There we go. So yeah, and then I also wanted to mention works in progress file. Oh, the dreaded WIP file. I have so many. Oh, hello. There is my Ashley. Thank you, my baby girl. I truly appreciate you. I didn't expect you to join me, but I appreciate you. My daughter does not crochet but bless her, I adore her. Can I steal some milk? Yes, Grandma's house of um, Grandma's grocery is open, and yes, you can come over. The front door is, I think, locked, so you might have to come in and see me downstairs. My door is open though, so you can just come on in and sneak by. That was funny. My daughter and I do this all the time. We live on an acreage, but we each have separate houses. And so when one of us runs out of something, we just go steal it from the other house. And my husband and I were away with my wonderful 80-year-old parents. My parents come up here quite often. Well, not quite often. Thank you, Ms. Glow. You are awesome. I guess I should just call you Gloria. I have a sweet, sweet, sweet dear friend. Oh, I think my daughter might be coming. I have a sweet dear friend whose name is Gloria as well. She lives down by my parents. And it's so funny because you don't realize just how small the world is until until all of a sudden somebody that you met literally 20 years ago in college marries. Oh, forgive me, Gloria. I adore you. I absolutely adore you. The other Gloria, the Gloria, I know. She married somebody that I had a bit of a crush on in middle school. Oh my goodness, I had such a crush on him. And to find out that she married him, one of my best friends in college, and um, then one of my crushes in middle school got married. I just thought that was just the cutest thing in the whole wide world. And the funny thing is, Gloria is originally from Ontario. And of course, I'm from rural Alberta. Oh, there we go. Come on. Rural Alberta. So to have them meet up after how many years is just amazing. Our last big petal now. So our last petal. So I need a double crochet. Ms. Glow, Glow or Gloria. Oh, bless you. I'm so glad you joined me today. I hear my daughter upstairs, so obviously my front door was unlocked. I'm so glad. And she came and stole some milk for tea, I would imagine. My daughter and son-in-law are like my husband. They very, very much drink tea. And I, bloop, am a coffee drinker. And so you know what? They can have all the tea they want. The only time I like tea is when I'm very, very ill. And then I put lots of honey in it because it helps my throat. Although with all the smoke we've had lately, I should probably, Sam, out you go, buddy. Out you go. And do not chase my cat. With all the smoke we've been having, I should probably have tea with honey in it because my voice is just nasty. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to slip stitch to that very first standing double. Now, I kept going with it. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't find my other half of the stitch. Come on, there we go. I kept going with the standing double. I wouldn't have had to on this particular round, but I did anyway, because I can. And it's all good. Oh, can't get that other half. My goodness, what was I thinking? There we go. All righty. So now we're going to flip it one more time. And now this is going to be the last round of this color, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to, one second, there we go. So we're going to find row 6 again, okay? So this is row 7. This is row 6 down here, okay? So we're going to knot the slip stitch. We're going to go way down here where our single crochet is from the chain 3, okay? And we're just going to get my yarn all proper again. I'm so sorry. And we're going to do around the stitch, okay? Around the stitch. And we're going to do a single crochet chain 3, and we're going to do this all the way around. So I'm going to find my next single crochet from down there, and I'm going to do a single crochet around it. Chain 3, and next single crochet around the single crochet. 1, 2, 3. You can call this a front post single crochet because it works in and amongst the petals. It kind of doesn't look like a front post single crochet, which is why I've just been saying, make it around the stitch rather than calling it a front post single crochet. In my notes, it's definitely called a front post single crochet. So we're going to do that all the way around, and then we are going to fasten this off. So 1, 2, 3. And ta-da, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. So one of the commenters in my chats, or not chats, in my comments below a video has wanted to do a poncho. Now, Ms. Glow or Gloria, you're probably so far beyond this, the next few lives might be a bit boring, but I would love for you to join me anyway, because it is an awful lot of fun to have people in here. Okay, so I'm back to the beginning now. So I am going to slip stitch, loop right into that first single crochet. I'm going to do a quick chain to lock it off. I'm going to find my, there they are, find my scissors, and I'm going to leave myself just a little bit of a tail so that I can finish everything off. There we go. Okay, so now if you want, you can leave this rose just the way it is, and like Gloria said, you can then put this as an applique on a hat. Super, super, super cute on a hat. Oh my gosh, I made these in, I found some yarn in my stash that was little itty bitty yarn all the way up to this middle, and then a great big huge one, and they were all complementary colors and shades. So I decided, I'm going to make 3 different sizes, and I put them and aligned them up along this hat. My goodness, wasn't that just adorable? And it didn't last on my table very long. So now I'm going to use this. Normally, Fentex is absolutely horrendous, and normally I absolutely hate, that is not the end I wanted. Normally I hate Fentex, but this stuff, it's called Bonanza, and I think I have used this stuff before in a different color. And honestly, it is not a bad yarn. It's not super soft, but it's not like that old Fentex Sea Slipper stuff. Oh my goodness, that stuff was just horrendous. So now I'm just going to slip off the thing because I don't want to fight with finding the middle. And there we go. Okay. There it is. So now we're going to do the green, and I was going to use this green and the little ball that I was using for this swatch one. I ran out. So yeah, no, we can't use that one. So I had to find another green. But that's okay. That's okay. We got this. And I don't know if you can see or not, but as you can see, this rose is much smaller, and it really does define. I used the same hook size for both of these roses, but this rose is so much smaller only because it's a lighter yarn. So that really does show exactly how much difference it makes. It's still a size 4 yarn. It's just a thinner size 4. Okay. So now the easy part for this, I don't even need my notes for this part because we're just going to granny square it. And I know that yesterday when I posted this one right, this one right here, when I posted, thank you. When I posted this one right here, we had to do the steps in the stitches, right? We had to step up from single to half double to double to treble. We don't have to do that with this one because this inside circle is so tiny. We don't actually have to do that. So what we're going to do is now, I don't know why I did what I did. There we go. And as I said in all of my other granny square videos, excuse me, smoke's starting to come in. I want this to be playable with. I want children to cuddle with this. I want children to drag it around outside. I don't care. I want them to know that Grandma loves them. And so I make this one a little bit, there we are, a little bit more this one is for absolutely Ascendant Hennessy. I make my granny squares a little more persnickety. Try to catch you as much as I can while on vacation. My birthday was Thursday. Well, happy birthday. That is fantastic. I know that my time, oh goodness, what have I done? There we go. I know that my time frame on Monday mornings at 10 o'clock may not work. Was it a special birthday, or was it, in between the special birthdays? Every birthday is special. I get it. But sometimes, the 50s and the 60s and the 70s. I have a big one coming up next year, and knowing that I'm a grandma and proud to be a grandma, I am going to be 60 next September. So anyway, so was this a special birthday, or was it just you celebrating because you can? I love that. Some birthdays are just worth celebrating because you can. All right, so back to this while I'm waiting for Ms. Glow. Love that name, by the way. And I'm just going to do a half hitch here. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I don't have to worry about doing anything more than that, because that's all I need to do. The other thing that you can do is do your standing double. Whatever makes you happy. As always, I'm all about making myself happy. But I am going to do my obligatory standing double this way, so I don't, one of my commenters say that it was witchcraft. It's definitely not witchcraft. It is what it is. Oh my goodness. So you are a little bit younger than I am. Not much. 3, I'm going to do a granny cluster. Happy birthday to you. I hope it was so special. And then, oh my goodness, I'm going to chain 1, loop, and then I'm going to do a granny cluster in the next. You're very welcome, my dear. Into the next stitch. So 1, 2, and 3 double crochets, and into the very next stitch we're going to create a corner. So here we and the next the next chain 3 space, we're going to do a corner, and I am going to be smart, and I'm going to catch this little end in here just because I hate doing ends. So I'm going to catch that 1, and then I'm just going to sneak that back around. 2 and 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets, and that is our granny cluster corner as usual. 2 and 3. Goodness, we have 4 people in here now. You've joined the party a bit late, but you know what? That is okay. 3. That is okay. I don't mind a bit. And then I'm going to chain 1, and then in the next one, I'm going to create a granny cluster. And this is what I'm going to do all the way around. So, hello, Jennifer Rivenberg. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'll show you what we're working on. Oh, we're making a rose granny. It's so pretty. How did your corner to corner go? I know was it you that was working on the corner to corner last time I went live? And then I need to create another corner now. So we're going to do a granny cluster. Oh, nope. Don't catch that. There we go. So granny cluster. And chain 2. Oh, no, it wasn't you. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I apologize. I know you've been here before, and it was nice to see you last time, and it's nice to see you again. And 3 more double crochets for our next granny cluster. And, oh, for heaven's sakes, 3. And then we're going to chain 1 and 3 more for another granny cluster. We are almost done this square, and then I was hoping maybe we could have a little chat about future projects, because I brought something downstairs to show you all that I absolutely adore this pattern. However, just because it's a free pattern doesn't mean I get to do a video on it. So I have put in an email to the amazing creator of this pattern and asked her if I could do it with my channel as well. So I'm just waiting for her to respond. I truly do appreciate her channel. Goodness, I don't know if she has a channel or not. I appreciate her patterns. This is the second one I've made of hers. I think maybe the third. No, I think it's just the second one. And so I'm really, really hoping that she'll let me do it on my channel because it deserves to be showcased. It's so simple, so pretty, so just everything. Alrighty. And we are almost done. So now we're back to our very first corner. And as you can see, it's squaring up beautifully. I did do that right. Yes, I did. So I want to do one. Really? My chickens are outside making noise. They're enjoying this. We had a little bit cooler weather today, a little bit of a breeze, so they're really enjoying the day. 1, 2, and oops, 3. Sammy, come downstairs, please. Yes, he's going upstairs. And now I'm going to do the half double to join. Okay, so I'm just going to go into my very, very first one. And I'm going to do the half double to join. Okay. Now with this one, you could switch it at this point. You could turn it at this point, but because we have this going on, it actually doesn't need to be turned. If you take a look at this one, it squared itself up beautifully. It absolutely did square itself up beautifully. So, goodness, I think I bumped my phone a little bit. There we go. So we don't have to turn it every round. You certainly can, but you don't have to. And I've made a mess of things. There we go. All righty. So now let's get rid of my end here. I don't know how it ended up in the front. It was probably something I did. So now we're going to do our standing double again. And, oops, because you all know I hate, and I let it go. Doggone it. Let me put my hand down further so it doesn't have focusing issues. Standing doubles to do the twist, put it through, and come back, and come back. There we go. And 2 more. Now, with this particular pattern, I did 3, I think. 3? Yes, I did 3 rounds of granny, only because I wanted to be able to see the green. But it is a little bit larger than all of the other granny squares that I have done. So here we're going to do a granny cluster. It's bigger than all the other granny squares that I've done, so chances are that's not going to make it into the blanket that we are going to be making down the road. And yes, I'm putting purples and blues and greens and oranges and pinks. All of the colors that we are using, I'm going to be making a granny blanket. And I don't really care. I really don't. I know the colors aren't going to look the best together, but again, I just don't care. It's a granny blanket. It's one of those things where granny, grandma, whoever has made all of the other people something and has all bits and bobs left, and all of her love got poured into the somethings, and it's just waiting there to be finished up. So she takes all those bits and bobs that have tons of love in them, and she creates squares out of them and ends up with, one moment. Sam, come on. Sammy, come on. Good boy. He's chasing my cat. My cat does not like Sam. My cat tolerates my dog Penny, but just hates Sammy. I can hear him hissing. Sam, don't bug my cat, please, buddy. Oh, dear. Sam, come on, outside. Outside, Sammy. Good boy. That's my good boy. Okay, so all I'm doing, like I said, is creating this. So for the next lives, like I said, I'll show you one of my works in progress that I'm going to put on my table. It is from another creator, so I am waiting for permission because, let's be honest, I wouldn't want one of my patterns being used for somebody else without permission. I never, ever, ever say you can't use my patterns to make money, to make gifts, to what have you. Okay, I'm at the corner. So I'm going to do a granny cluster corner. Oopsie, granny cluster corner. But at the same stretch, I would like to be asked, and I would like to be linked in the video. So I am going to ask her before I actually start a video on this, because that's not fair. But she's an amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, our wind is actually coming up. Yay. Maybe it'll blow this smoke away. She's an amazing creator. Like I said, I've done 2 of her patterns. I've seen dozens more. She's just that good. But I don't want to link her until I ask her permission. Sammy, come on, leave Kitty alone. And 3. We're almost done this one. I'm going to measure it after this round because I think this round might just be big enough. I don't know yet. But anyway, so I need to know for our lives, do you want to learn different stitches? Thank you. Aw. Do you want to do different stitches on and learning how to do like the popcorn stitch, the bean stitch, all of the other stitches that my mom did not have the names that they have now. But again, my mom's been crocheting for, well, my mom's been crocheting for, I'm just going to say 50 years. It's been longer than that, but I don't want to age my poor mom. Anyway, so yeah, I going back to that other lady, as soon as I get permission, I will definitely mention her because I love linking back to people that have amazing creations. One of the people that I have actually purchased patterns from, I've been given permission to mention her, and her name is Morale Fiber. And let me just tell you, she has some of the most amazing, unique patterns I've ever seen. Okay, I'm going to make this my last round just so that we can go on to other stuff because we've already been on for an hour. And you guys are probably sick and tired of listening to me. So I'm going to chain 2 instead of doing the half double. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to slip stitch to that blessedly difficult. Come on. Come on. Oh, you stinker. I guess I should show you guys how I cheat. I come back here and I just pull that second loop up if it lets me. It's not going to let me today because I can't see. There we go. And I'm going to slip stitch. Oopsie, go back down, Sherry. There we go. Back to that very, very first one. I think I only caught one, but that's okay. I don't mind. And there we go. Now this one turned out a lot smaller only because I didn't do 3, but I think I really like the 3 rounds on it. So chances are I'm going to come back through and do the 3 because this ends up only being, there we go. It ends up only being 4 and a little bit inches. And I do like them about 4.5 to 5. So I probably would do a couple of rounds of single crochet on that, but I want to show you this because this is just, oh, I'm just loving this. So I used this yarn, and I'm not sponsored. Loops and Thread Yarns. It's the Luxe Merino. I had actually got some for a special project, and I loved it so much that I actually ended up buying more. It is a solid size 3, a really nice size 3. It says using a 4mm hook. That's exactly what I'm using. Here's my hook. Blah, blah, blah. There, oh, there we are. See, 4mm. And this yarn has a ton of yarn in each ball. This one is the cream tweed. It has so many beautiful colors. This Loops and Threads, my goodness, I love that. The Luxe Merino is wonderful. It's super squishy, super soft. And if you do look up merino sheep, you'll see why. The fibers on the merino sheep wool are super long. So here is the pattern body. I might have to take this out of here. Here is the body of this wrap that I'm making. So it actually comes, one moment, I'm just going to fiddle this. Oh, nope, don't do that, Sharon. Oh my goodness, don't do that. There we go. Okay. So let me just, I just pulled a stitch out. That's okay. I know what I've done. There we go. Now, if I pull this way out here, now you can really see the look of it. Okay. And you've got these beautiful fans. You've got super easy double crochet rows and with spaces. Like it is a silly, easy pattern. But as you can see, okay, it's really a beautiful pattern. I do too, Gloria. Oh my gosh, they have so many natural fibers. Oh, okay. The thing that makes this wrap, now it's a wrap, so you can make it as long as you want. You start on the short end. Oh my goodness, I have a mess going here. Like I said, if you guys could see my setup, you would laugh at me, I swear to goodness. But the thing that makes this wrap so unique is she's got this little floppy bit here that the other end of the wrap tucks into. So when you have this wrap, you can actually fold it around. Oh, hello, Dixie. Oh, hello, sweet sis. How are you? So it's really, really cool. It's absolutely super cool because you don't have to have a brooch. And a lot of people these days don't necessarily like brooches, but this one you don't have to have a brooch. And it can be worn so many ways. So this is one of my works in progress that I'm trying desperately to get done for. And it's so soft. It's so soft. I haven't even washed it yet. And the nice thing about loops and threads, and I'm sure that Gloria can agree with me on this, you can throw it in the washer and the dryer on a gentle cycle, and it comes out just like it's brand spanking new. Oh, I'm super, super good. Thanks, Dixie. My goodness. I was not expecting you to come in and join me. I'm just so pleased. Now, I don't have anything else down here that I have for work in progress, but I do have to ask some questions. So, first of all, first things first, um, Dixie is actually another member of, or a member, I shouldn't say. She's actually a moderator, I think. Yeah, you're a moderator, Dixie, on one of my guilty pleasure channels. Oh my goodness, the nasty players get their comeuppance. This channel does give comeuppances, and it's Fraudit Wrangler, and he gives comeuppances to many ridiculously silly people, and I do love watching it. Anyway, getting back to what I want to do here. So this is, I call it a coasteration. And it honestly, this turned out so neat. This was actually a dishcloth pattern, and I didn't have the right size hook to start. So I used the dishcloth pattern. I thought, well, I'll just add more rounds. And when I got to the end of the pattern, I realized that's the perfect crochet size or coaster size. So there we are. I've got some Christmas coasters. But then a dear friend of me, a friend of mine from Market, I gave her one because I can, right? And she said, they really look like decorations. I could hang them because there's this little picos here. I can hang them on my tree. And then when I need coasters, I can grab one off. And I'm like, oh, you are just brilliant. So now I call them coasterations, coaster decorations. I've made many different colors. This is just one of my favorite ones. I've made them in that antique red with the antique green, the super bright Christmas red with the super bright green. I've made them in the beige, that ecru color, and all of them, without a doubt, because I do love sparkles, all of them have sparkles. And Dixie, just to show you what we made today, if you're still here. Oh, thank you. This is what we made today. This is a granny square, but it's a 3D rose granny square. So now what I want to know is, because all of us crafters know it is July, Christmas comes fast for us. I'm going to take some pictures this week because I won some first prizes at our local farm days, our local agricultural days. And thanks, Dixie. I appreciate you so much. And I want to show you some patterns that I've created myself, patterns that I have used from others, patterns that, and stuff that just kind of lent itself to be creative. But if you're interested, our lives might, instead of being like a crochet along or what have you, I can show you some of the different things that I do for Christmas. One of them would be a crochet along for I call it my Christmas gift blanket. But I warn you right now, you will need a ton of red and a ton of green. So I will figure out how many exactly that you're going to need to do a proper blanket. And at least I've got one made so I can actually show you the picture before we get started. That I get so many amazingly good comments from people about how to make my channel better, how to make my channel more exciting. So here we are. I'm trying desperately to make it more exciting. We're over an hour already. So I will be bidding everybody a good day soon. But for right now, please, in the comments below, or comment now, whatever makes you happy. Would anybody be interested in starting the Christmas crafts now? Because like I said, Christmas is fast approaching, and round about July, I start posting on my Facebook, on my YouTube. Anybody who wants a special order, do it now, because otherwise I'm going to run out of time. Last year, I was pretty good right up until November, and then I got 2 special orders in, and I went, oh, holy hell, what am I going to do? But I got them made, just barely, but I got them made. So, and the year before, I actually had to shut down my Christmas projects by the end of October because I was chock-a-block full and almost didn't get made. I actually had to leave one because she was local. I had to leave one and got it done on December 23rd. So that's why, as crafters, I know you all know we start soon. So let me know what you think. I would love to show you how to make coasterations. I have a ton of cotton yarn. So get out your Christmas cotton yarns for anybody who's got some. I know that, who did I see? Where was I shopping? I'm always shopping for yarn. What can I say? Where was I shopping? My goodness. Was it Michael's? No, it was not Michael's. It was, I believe, Yarn Canada. And they already had their Christmas stuff out. So I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't have the sparklies. I don't even know if Bernat makes the sparklies anymore. I hope it does, but whatever. Now, last things last, I will show you, oh my goodness, do I dare? Do I dare? There's my notebook. Do I dare show you? Oop, there we go. And let me just get off my uncomfortable chair. This is what I have to go through for all of my yarns. Yes, every one of those boxes are full of yarn that has been given, I purchased, has been traded with for other stuff. I had some fabric that is absolutely gorgeous fabric, but I'm not going to use it because I hate sewing. So here is all of the boxes of yarn, plus I've got that purchase that I made up there. Plus everything in here is just about full. That right there is 100% wool or variations thereof. And I've got my cotton in my other one. My cord won't reach for my poor little lamp here, so I apologize. I would open that one too. This side, again, chock-a-block full. This is all little bits and bobs and stuff. This is stuff that I have, whoopsie, that's stuff that I have wound, that I have 2 or 3 balls of. I've got more bits and bobs than I know what to do with. And no, I'm not going to show you guys me because now I realize that I have not even put my contacts in, nor have I done my, but I will grab this, nor have I done my hair. So you guys don't need to see me in my altogether nothingness. The other thing here, because let's be honest, oh, here's another one of my coasterations. That's in that bright green. That's in my bright green. Now, the other thing, because of course everybody hates doing dishes. Well, maybe not everybody, but I hate doing dishes. And these all came about because I hate doing dishes. This is that scrubby yarn. And this is just Christmas cotton, the Bernat Handicrafter cotton in one of the Christmas shades. And again, Christmas shade, it's got the sparklies, as you can see. And the scrubby. I have quite a little bit of this red and white scrubby because I found it for a, thank you, for a really super great deal. So I managed to get, I think, 3 each of the red and the white. But then I just was gifted a whole bunch more. And yeah, wow, that is quite the hoard, isn't it? I still have to go through all those boxes that are on my spare bed. And I've got somebody coming up to visit here fairly shortly, so I have to get through it all. And again, make friends with other crafters, because I have a crafter friend who loves using the big, thick, size 8 yarn. Ew. And I hate doing it. Grumpy will be pleased that I'm not the one. Oh, that's not including what's upstairs, Dixie. And yes, Grumpy yeah, you show him that and tell him that that's not all I have, my poor husband. Now, the good news is our bedroom is starting to get cleaned out because I am working. I've got a special, very, very special. It's Open Farm Days coming up in August. And I might do a live from Open Farm Days just because it's so much fun. But yeah, so let me know if anybody's interested in doing any of these, okay? Because let's be honest, if we have to do dishes, it might as well be with something pretty, right? So let me know either in the comments below, send me an email. I will try to remember to post my email. It is on my community page, I'm pretty sure. Let me know if you want to make some coasterations or some pretty these. I've got like dozens of patterns that Mama has made over the years. And I actually have created some of my own, which was kind of nice. This one might have been one of my own. I don't even know. I think I did create this one myself. And I just kept making it until it was big enough for myself that, and it's again, kind of almost a matching pattern to this, which is nice because then you can have everything matching. So I will say my good days and love to you all. Thank you so much for joining with me today. I hope that you enjoyed my second ever live. I didn't even actually post my first one because I thought it was awful. And but I'm getting better, I hope. Let me know. And we'll go from there. Next time, I will take your suggestions. Anybody who wants to suggest anything in the comments, let me know what you want to do next. I will be able to do one next Monday, I believe. Yes, I can do one next Monday, but I believe the following Monday I have appointments, so we might have to miss one. Let me know what time is good for everybody. I can adjust my time because I don't have an actual job. So this is what I do for a living. And I promise, I will get this done for the next one. I promise. So let me know what you think, what you'd like to do. The options are Christmas or starting a crochet along with a poncho or just more granny squares, whatever makes you happy. Let me know. I shall see you very, very soon. Remember, everyone, be kind to yourself. Have an amazing day. My name is Sherry. Thanks for joining me, and I am addicted to yarn.